What if I told you the reason you're not growing isn't your genetics? It's not some secret supplement you're missing, and it's definitely not you aren't training hard enough. And let me be clear, this goes for everyone. Guys on gear and natural lifters. There's a huge misconception that steroids are a magic bullet, that you just take a shot and turn into Superman. It's all a lie. You still have to be 200% dedicated. The fundamentals are the same for everybody. Therefore, the brutal honest to God truth is that the vast majority of natural lifters are doomed to stay small because they're fundamentally copying the wrong blueprint. They're playing a completely different game, but using the rulebook of the game that they aren't even in. I can say this because I lived in both sides. I'm an enhanced bodybuilder, but before that I spent years spinning my wheels as a natural lifter, making every single mistake in the book. I was that guy in the gym week after week, looking exactly the same, somehow getting weaker, more frustrated. I wasn't until I understood the game from the other side, that the critical mistakes of natural lifting become partly obvious. Today I'm breaking the code of silence. I'm not here to sell you a magic pill. I'm here to give you the hard truths that separate the guys who actually succeed, like you, from the ones who fail. These are the 12 critical mistakes I made when I was training naturally, and I guarantee you're making at least half of them right now, so listen up. By the way, my name is Boris Kish. I'm a fully licensed IFBB fitness coach and a professional nutritionist. I'm a super heavyweight bodybuilding competitor in the category over 100 kilograms, that is 220 pounds on stage. I'm 6'4" tall, and that's 193 centimeters. Welcome to my channel. Let's start in the gym, where the most of the damage gets done. Your intention is good, but your execution is probably killing your gains. Mistake number one: overtraining disguised as hard work. When I was natty, I thought more was always better. 6, sometimes 7 days a week, just smashing muscles into oblivion. I wore my soreness like a badge of horror. The truth, I was just digging a deeper and deeper recovery hole. As an enhanced lifter, recovery is supercharged. But for natural lifter, your recovery resources are finite and precious. Overtraining doesn't just stall progress. It can lead to muscle loss and make you weaker. If you feel constantly beaten down, tired, and your lift is going nowhere, you're not working hard, you're working stupid. Therefore, the solution, as always, is train smart, 4 to 5 quality workouts per week, focus on recovery and progress, not execution. Mistake number 2, abusing training to failure. Every fitness influencer there screams train to failure, but they leave out the most important part. Yes, training close to failure is vital for growth, but going to absolute can't move the weight failure on every single set is a recipe really for disaster, especially for a natural. It just fries your central nervous system and skyrockets your recovery, demands past what your natural body can handle. Be strategic. Take your last set of a big compound lift to failure. Maybe one isolation exercise, but treating every set like it's a life or death battle is a fantastic way to burn out and go nowhere fast. The fix here is kill the last set, not every set. Learn to leave 1 rep in the tank and your body will pay back double. I want to know, are you training to failure or are you leaving reps in reserve? Let me know in the comments. Mistake number 3, the volume intensity trap. Now this is a big one, okay? Natural sees enhanced pros doing 25, 30 sets of chest and then copy it, right? That's like trying to win a Tour de France on a tricycle, my friend, okay? An enhanced lifter can recover from higher volumes because their protein synthesis is chemically elevated, okay? A natural lifter can't. For naturals, research show the sweet spot, okay, for growth is generally around 10 to 16 hard sets per muscle group per week. Pushing way beyond that just accumulates junk volume your body can't recover from, which means you're just getting tired, not bigger. The fix here is stick to 10 to 16 quality sets per muscle group per week. Less noise, more growth. And please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, because it really helps the channel to grow so that I can keep delivering you no more bullshit content to you, and I will really appreciate it. Mistake number 4, ego lifting and pathetic form, okay? Look, you're not impressing anyone by loading up the bar and doing half rep, convulsing spasm. Poor form doesn't just risk injury, it takes the tension right off from the target muscle. You're here to build muscle, not just move the weight from point A to point B. As a natty, every single rep counts. You don't have the chemical advantage to get away with sloppy training. Drop your ego, lighten the weight, and perform every rep with perfect control. Focus on telling your muscle work through its full range of motions. That's where the real growth happens. Fix here is drop the weight, raise your ego through the control. Perfect form builds the muscle, not the number on the plates. Mistake number 5, no real progressive overload. You see guys in the gym doing the same workouts with the same weights, with the same reps for year and year and year on the end, okay? Your body is an adaptation machine. It has absolutely no reason to grow unless you give it a reason. You must consistently strive to do more over time, more weight, more reps, or just better form with the same weight. That is an absolute cornerstone of getting bigger and stronger. You aren't tracking your lifts and actively trying to beat your logbook. You're not training, you're just exercising. Fix here is keep a training long and try to beat yourself every session, even in one small detail. Mistake number 6, fear of calories. The biggest lie in the fitness is that you can build a significant amount of muscle while staying shredded year-round. As a natural, that's nearly impossible. To build new muscle tissue, most lifters must be in a calorie surplus. I spent years trying to lean bulk, which was really just me spinning my wheels at maintenance calories, okay? Terrified of gaining a single ounce of fat. Now you don't need to get sloppy, sit at home, do nothing and eat like a fat pig, but a modest surplus of 250 till 500 calories is a non-negotiable for real growth. Only exception might be for those total beginners or those with really higher body fat who can build some muscle at maintenance or in slight deficit. The fix here is eat to grow 220 to 500 calories, bar maintenance, and progress is guaranteed. Write me in the comments how many calories do you take per day and are you counting them? Number 7, ignoring nutrient quality. Calorie is not just a calorie, every calorie is not the same. You know when I hear that. When it comes to building a better body, trying to hit your surplus with junk food is a fast track to getting fat, not muscular. Your body needs micronutrients, vitamins and minerals to function at its best. Focus on whole foods, lean meat, eggs, fish, rice, potatoes, fruits and vegetables. This is the high quality fuel for your body that actually needs to perform, recover and grow. Fix here is fuel your body like a high performance machine. Clean, nutrient-dense food every single day. Mistake number 8, never taking a break. Relentless, non-stop training without any planned rest is a sign of immaturity, not dedication, my friend. Your body, your joints, and your nervous system They all need a break, okay? This is why deload weeks, planned periods of reduced training, intensity or volume are so critical. They allow for full recovery, make your body more sensitive to training again, and help prevent the overtraining I mentioned earlier. The fix here is plan a deload every 6 to 8 weeks. Rest doesn't kill progress, it creates it. Recovery is a weapon. Write me how many days per week do you take break in the comments. Number 9, I would say the most important thing, probably, ignoring life stress. Your body doesn't know the difference between the stress from heavy sets of squats and the stress from horrible boss, relationship drama, or financial anxiety. Look, stress is stress and it elevates cortisol. High chronic stress will absolutely sabotage your ability to build muscle and recover. You have to find ways to manage your overall life stress, or it will show up as a total lack of progress in the gym. The fix here is sleep, walk, breathe, find silence, manage stress the way you manage training. Number 10, unrealistic expectations from social media. Look, you're constantly bombarded with images of enhanced lifters, which creates a totally wrapped perception of what's naturally achievable. Comparing your natural journey to someone on a cocktail of performance enhancers is a psychological poison. Not going to lie to you. It will always make you feel that you're not worthy enough, that you're not good enough, and can push you to make really stupid decisions, like trying their insane high volume workouts. And follow those accounts and focus on your own journey. Fix here is watch your progress in the mirror, not someone else's feed. Your body, your story. Mistake number 11, inconsistency disguised as I'm listening to in my body, bro. No, you're not. I just wasn't feeling it today. Bullshit stories. Look, some days you will feel tired. Some days you won't want to go, okay? Unless you're genuinely sick or injured, you have to go anyway. Consistency is the magic ingredient that make everything else work. Building an impressive natural physique is the result of thousands of good decisions stacked on the top of each other over years. You have to show up, especially on the days you don't want to. The fix here is don't wait for motivation, create it. Consistency is the natural lifter's steroid. Mistake number 12, blaming your genetics selling. So many lifters hit their first plateau and immediately blame their bad genetics as an excuse to give that. Yes, genetics play a role. Look, I don't have good genetics. I'm too tall, I don't have bright shoulders, I don't have tiny waist, I have shitload of weak body parts on me. Okay? But 99 of the people who blame genetics haven't even come close to maximizing what they have. They haven't been consistent for years, the nutrition hasn't been truly on point, and the training has been over the place like shit. Don't use genetics as a cop-out before you even given yourself a real chance. Fix here is your limits aren't written in your genes, they're written in your discipline. Work and move them. So there you have it, the 12 truths I had to learn the hard way. The real ability is building an incredible physique as a natural lifter is really brutally difficult, and you should be really proud of yourself, as I'm proud of you, but it is far from impossible. It requires you to be smarter than me, which is not hard to be, more patient and more honest with you than an enhanced lifter ever has to be. It's not about finding a magic program or a secret supplement, okay? It's about ruthlessly eliminating those mistakes, from your approach, one by one. It's about focusing on the boring, brilliant fundamentals day in and day out for years. That is what separates the few, like you, who build something truly impressive from the many, like them, who show up for a decade and have nothing to show for it. The choice of which group you fall in is entirely up to you. And if you're ready to push your limit and take your results to the next level, reach out in one-on-one coaching. My email is in the description. Let's get to work. And if you want to learn the worst training splits that lifters usually use without any progress so that you don't repeat them, click on this video right here and I'll see you there.